Hello, and welcome back to Rome Total War. Last time, we took Corduba from the Carthaginians, kicking them out of southern Spain, and we fended off the first invading army from the Julii, attacking Osca. This turn, I'm thinking we're going to start turning our attention to the Gauls and taking Numantia, and potentially kicking out the Carthaginians and their last army in southern Spain. But before I got started with actually playing the game, I've been doing a lot of thinking from where I'm at in the campaign. And I wanted to kind of outline what my broader strategy is going to be. Because this attack from the Romans reminded me of how annoying they can be on very hard difficulty. This is like turn 9 or 10, but around turn 30, the Romans will just be spawning armies every single turn, like full stack armies, and just shipping them out to different places, including Spain. I'm only able to build 1 unit per city per turn, but for some reason the AI factions don't have that limitation. They don't actually do the process of hiring 1 unit, losing the gold, and losing the population with each unit that they recruit. They just kind of spawn units. So the way that very hard supplements the difficulty is just spawning armies out of nothing. And I won't be able to defend against endless attacks from the Romans because I just won't have the supplies to fight them off and refurbish my army after each fight. So I need to have definitely a strategy because I'm currently at war with the Carthaginians. I'm about to be at war with the Gauls. I'm at war with all 4 Roman factions, so I need to figure out a strategy. So here's what I've envisioned. The one advantage of Spain as a faction is that once I secure the entire Spanish homeland, it's pretty well secured, because the only way that you can get to Spain is obviously by ship anywhere, or through these mountain passes up here. And there are only 3 mountain passes. You can't pass through any of these regions. So theoretically, I should be able to defend up here with 1 or 2 armies and just some watchtowers. And it should be no big deal. Which means I'll be able to leave these cities basically undefended, just focus on making them economic hubs, and I can turn my attention to picking up other cities. I've been thinking about who I want to be at war with and who I want to be allied with. I'm okay with being at war with the Carthaginians for now, because this is their set of cities at the moment. They have Palma here, which I plan to pick up pretty soon. They have Carolus here, which the Romans usually will pick up pretty quickly, and same with Lilybaeum here. The Scipii will usually pick this up, the Julii will usually pick Carolus up. And then all they'll have left is Carthage, Thapsus, and this city down here, which I can't remember the name of. So they'll be pretty weakened, hopefully in about 5 or 10 turns, if everything goes according to plan. So I'm not super threatened by them. If I just have a couple ships, I'll be able to fight off any invading army that might come. For the Gauls, again, if I just get an army up here and, fend them off while securing my own interests, I'm guessing the Julii will knock out these 2 cities, and then a couple more cities pretty quickly. I can actually check if they've captured these yet. Wow. Surprisingly, they have not captured either of these cities, the Julii. But they will. And they'll weaken the Gauls, and the Gauls will get invaded by Germania and Britannia over here, and hopefully they'll get kind of knocked out as well. So that's another threat that I'm not too concerned with, but I do need to keep a pretty strong army to fight them off. The main threat is going to be the Romans. And so my strategy for fighting off the Romans is, I think this might be one of the rare instances where it will be useful to have a pretty big fleet. Because if there's one thing that the AI doesn't know how to do well, it's build strong fleets to transport their armies with. So, like I said earlier, they'll be spawning these armies basically overnight, but they'll throw them on 1 or 2 weakened ships and just send them over. So I'm thinking once I get a couple ports put down, I can have couple of ships just patrolling and intercepting those armies before they reach, and hopefully we can just sink full stack armies. That's the broad strategy. But first step of that is obviously consolidating the Spanish homeland. So we need to knock out this rebel army, this Gallic city, this Carthaginian army. Then we need to put watchtowers over every square inch of Spain. So that's my goal for now. There's one more faction that I also have been thinking about, which is the Numidians down here. They have a city here, one down here, one way over here, one up here. So they can be kind of an issue, and I would not like to be sandwiched on all sides by enemies. So I'm hoping that I can get an alliance with the Numidians. That'd be great because we'd get some sea trade going with these three cities and Palma once we take that. It'd be good for the economy, and obviously I wouldn't need to keep this as well stocked with troops on the southern coast. So hoping for the best with that, but let's get into the action. So first off, we have a fairly strong army left over here from the Julii attack. There's a lot of kind of damaged troops in here. So what I'm going to do is leave a decent force here. And all of the weakened kind of pieces of troops that I wouldn't want to take into battle, I'll leave here. But we'll take a couple units, these full stack units, and add them to this army. That's a pretty decent army. And we'll send that over to attack Numantia. But I also would like to get some watchtowers set up now before I move in to attack Numantia. Just in case there's a Gallic army coming down from France. We don't want to be surprised by that.
Lord?
I think it will be worth going ahead and killing this Carthaginian army now, even if I take some losses doing it. Just because I don't want to be surprised and lose a city because I'm kind of splitting my attention between different enemies. So while I'm neutral with Gaul, may as well kind of clean up down here. Now this city, Scalabus, has really good public order right now, even with very high tax rate. So I'm not sure we need these three skirmishers here. I'm tempted to just disband them, because skirmishers just aren't that good in battle. They're more of a liability than actually useful. So I'm just going to go ahead and disband these, which does bring down the public order a little bit. But the only thing I'm losing from decreasing the tax rate here to deal with the public order is, let's see, about 200 in taxes. And we just saved about 500 per turn in upkeep for those three skirmishers. So that will help the economy a little bit. We've got some gold left over this turn, and normally if I was playing on easy difficulty, I would just be buying anything I could. Land clearance here, something like that. But in this case, I don't really think it's worth it, just because we may need that denarii at some point for buying mercenaries or some unexpected purchase. So I'm just going to leave that as is. We are going to go ahead and jack up the tax rate in a couple of these cities that have really strong public order, just to generate a little more income this turn. And then we're ready for the next turn. So starting off with the end of turn report, everything's looking good in the economy. Definitely helps that we disbanded those couple of units. We didn't technically make any profits, but we did a lot of purchases. Different things, recruitment, construction, that kind of stuff. And we're still doing well on denarii. So...
General!
The pressing threat this turn looks like the Carthaginians are wanting to attack Corduba. We're going to go ahead and pull the troops back and prepare for battle. This might be similar to what happened with the Roman army, that kind of sandwich attack. And let's see what we can do here. Can this army reach in time? Even though I wanted to get some watchtowers set up, I think it's worth it to make sure that this battle goes well. So I'm going to pull back Ambon, good general, and we're going to go ahead and carry out this battle now, just hoping that it goes well. We have a lot of heavy cavalry. They have no heavy cavalry and no general, so this shouldn't be too hard. But we'll see. The main thing to worry about is going to be the Balearic slingers, but if we are quick enough with getting the fight started, it shouldn't be an issue. This is something that's really annoying about Rome Total War. It's hard to tell whether the army will be controlled by AI or not. So, for example, if I were to click this checkbox to disable the AI taking control of the support army, and then I were to open this and come back, even if this box was not checked, it would still be checked in effect, and so the army would be controlled by AI. So the best way to prevent that is just not to uncheck it until you're about to start the battle. But even then, I don't think it's foolproof, so we just gotta hope the AI doesn't take over. Now, this battle's mostly going to be won by the heavy cavalry and the light cavalry, so I'm going to leave the infantry behind for now. I don't think they'd be that useful. Let's go ahead and start the battle, and beautiful.
Fresh warriors have arrived! Perhaps it is the time to send them to kill the enemy!
We did maintain control of the reinforcements, so that's wonderful. Just hoping that they get in the battle quick enough to stop the overrunning that's going to happen over here. Again, we're just going to use the cavalry units from the reinforcing army. We don't need to put these Balearic slingers at risk, since we have so much cavalry. 2 units of Iberian infantry pushing up. Normally I wouldn't be too worried about them, but on very hard, they're a little scary. So let's pull the cavalry back for now, and send the Scutarii in to stop them. I'm going to bring the general around the side, hoping to kind of flank them and do damage from the side, which affects the morale. Do the same with the light cavalry over here. And let's check on the troops back here. Oh, this is fantastic. So they sent their heavy infantry forward to the small army, and their skirmishers to these 5 units of cavalry. So this will be a slaughter. They probably won't even get one shot off before they're destroyed. Just go ahead and destroy all of these troops. They're already fleeing, they're wavering, and this unit has broken, so they'll go ahead and finish off all of those slingers. And this unit, it's not broken yet, but definitely taking a lot of damage. Let's keep this army kind of close, just so we can support the final assault. Let's take a look at what's happening here. So this unit has broken, the skirmishers are done for in this battle. The slingers, we still want to make sure that we execute all of them, so we'll keep 1 unit on those slingers, and we'll send this unit of cavalry over to attack the enemy cavalry here. So we'll have, in total, 4 units of cavalry attacking this 1 unit. Shouldn't be a big issue to kill down. These 2 units, I hope hurry up, because I don't trust my Scutarii here against the Iberian infantry. They are better infantry than the Carthaginian infantry, but very hard, you never know. So now we've kind of flanked them. Let's attack from the rear.
The warlord lies dead.
That's fantastic. Since they've lost their warlord, that will have a huge morale penalty. They're already wavering and shaken, so this unit will break soon as well. Now we just want to make sure that we finish off the last few troops. This unit's still cleaning up the Balearic slingers. We'll send a unit of light cavalry to finish off the skirmishers here.
Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
And, yep, one of these units.
The enemy flee from the field like frightened goats, hunt them down, and slay them all.
We'll just continue wrapping up all of these troops. We don't want anyone to escape. And it looks like nobody will. Go ahead and speed this up. A couple soldiers will escape, but they should disband.
This is a great victory!
Definitely a great victory. We lost a couple of Scutarii. I have no problem with that. A couple of cavalry. I'm just glad we got rid of that army. It's just so great when they don't have a general because of those morale penalties. That was definitely helpful. Hopefully we can confront the Gauls or similar generals. That's used up all the movement points for this army outside Corduba, so next turn we will continue setting down watchtowers. I'll send Ambon out now, just get a few extra movement points in. And once we have those watchtowers set up around Spain, we we will be good to attack Numantia. Over here, we'll send Luco down to the southern coast to set up a watchtower as far into Gallic territory as possible. We'll send this army with Magigenius over to the border here, past this rebel army, build a watchtower here. That gives a pretty good amount of view. Unfortunately, the mountains kind of block field of view. That's a bit frustrating. We're going to need to get by the rebel army on this side to plant another watchtower up here. And next turn, we'll get a watchtower right down here on the southern coast. After that battle, Coronius got a famous warrior. Again, +1 morale for all troops in the battlefield. It's a great retinue. Definitely going to help in battle. Tempted to bring this general for any battles against the Gauls, just because that heavy cavalry is so powerful. But let's see what that does for public order. Yeah, we can just bring it down one notch to normal. Corduba will be fine without him. So we will have at least 3 generals to attack the Gauls in Numantia. Great thing about the generals, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but after a battle, they regenerate any troops that they lost in their personal unit. So not only is it the best troops on the battlefield, 2 hit points, attack of 15, defense of 18, but they also regenerate all of their troops for free after each battle without using any population from the area that they're in. So they're definitely the best unit on the battlefield by far, and will be really useful in battles. I'll continue sending the diplomat up into mainland Europe. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do, but at some point we would like to broker a peace with the Gauls once we've taken Numantia from them, so that could be good. Maybe get some trade rights going so we can generate a little more income. With that, the last thing to do would be purchase some buildings in these cities. We now have a lot of denarii and probably won't need to purchase any more troops soon, so we can go ahead and buy a few things. Let's see what, for example, a land clearance would add to income. It adds a good amount, about 80 income, and it costs 600 denarii, so that'll pay for itself pretty quickly. We'll do that in each of these towns. We'll get roads in Scalabus just so we can move a little quicker through this territory. And we'll do a land clearance in Asturica as well, and Carthago Nova. So now we're building something in each of our cities, which will definitely help the economy, and there's nothing else to do this turn. The end of turn report looks fantastic. We profited 578 denarii, even with 3 buildings in construction. We finished the robes in Scalabus, so we can go ahead and put down a land clearance. And in Corduba, we have that Sacred Grove of Thesis. We can go ahead and build a stockade here just to make sure that we have this defended in case anyone attacks from the south. And I want to try out one of these Naked Fanatics. So comparing them to Town Militia has attack of 3, defense of 7. Naked Fanatics have attack of 13, defense of 7. So significantly better attack. They have a fantastic charge bonus of 5, which is about as good as cavalry, heavy cavalry. Good morale, good stamina, so this is definitely useful to have. They don't even have that kind of upkeep, so I'm definitely happy to have Naked Fanatics in the army up to this point. Let's go ahead and send the spy into Numantia just to get an idea of what's defending it. This is kind of the problem with the Gallic armies. They do have some pretty big units. Their warband is decent, better than my town militia, and there are more of them, 241 per unit. But with only 2 units of warband, some warhounds, and some light cavalry, I'm not too worried. I think we should be alright to attack the Gauls next turn. In the north, we can go ahead and build that watchtower, which gives us view of Narbo Martius, and they're a pretty large army there, so we will need to keep an eye on them. I'll send Magigenius up to the north coast to set another watchtower, and we'll send Ambon off to complete his previous mission of putting watchtowers down over here. May as well send Viriathus over here to set a few more watchtowers. Just while we're at it, we may as well finish this now. Perfect. And we'll send... yeah, we'll go down here to set another watchtower or 2. There are lots of mountains. We need lots of watchtowers. With that, since every city is building a building, we have troops coming from Corduba, and all of our armies are moving. There's nothing else we can do this turn. Another quick turn. Another great turn of finances. Again, we're profitable. Looking at the construction report, we have 3 land clearances completed in 3 of our cities. So we'll go ahead and queue up the next thing to train. Let's get more communal farming going. This is the next level of farm in each of those cities. Now we've also finished a land clearance in Osca, so we want to pick what is next to be built. Trader is usually a good option, but since we don't have a port yet, we don't have anyone to trade with. So we want to take a look at the different routes of shrines, the religious buildings, to see what we want to go with. This is kind of strange. So look, we're going to get to this option last, but let's look at, first off, the shrine to Tutudis. So this is okay. The highest level has an experience bonus to troops of 2, upgrade to light weapons of 1. This is interesting. In Abnoba, we have upgrades missile weapons plus 3, but we don't really have any good missile troops, so I'm not sure that would be a great option. This is the highest level of the Circle of Isis that we had in Corduba. So at the highest level, it allows the training of bold warriors, which are, like, I think heavy, kind of Principes types of soldiers. They have excellent morale, 2 hit points, and they have javelins. So those are really nasty, solid troops. I would love to get those. So we're definitely going to want a couple Sacred Circle of Isises when we can get them. But let's check out this weird one, Shrine to Epona. So the 3rd level is similar to Tutudis, has an experience bonus to troops trained to plus 3. Let's check out the Temple of Horse Pantheon. Interesting. Experience bonus to troops of plus 5 is incredible. Hopefully this doesn't cause any issues, because clearly this was not supposed to be in the game, so I hope it doesn't cause any crashes if we build this, but I'm very curious about the Temple of Horse Pantheon. So let's go ahead and go down that route, get a Shrine to Epona, and I'm going to start working on getting to that Temple of Horse Pantheon, Osca. Ooh, Gaul and Germania just announced an alliance. That'll be interesting. Definitely will have implications for how distracted Gaul will be. I don't love the size of this army here, but let's continue laying down those watchtowers. Might be too close to the... Yeah, too close to the sea, and it says we're still in enemy territory somehow. The next turn, we'll put a watchtower down there. We have a Julii Navy here, but just a couple units in it. Nothing I'm too concerned about. Continue sending this general around to lay down watchtowers. We'll put one right there next turn. Set one down here. Get view into the Gallic territory. Looks like they don't have any other armies, which is wonderful. We'll set one more up. Let's take the general from this army, bring him over here. We'll set down a few more watchtowers, and we'll get our army close to Gaul just so we're ready to invade. Inside Numantia, we have one family member, nothing too special, no increases to morale to speak of, just a couple units. And we do have a 32% chance of breaking open the gates when we attack again, so that will be nice. Nothing else to do this turn, we can go ahead and end it. We'll start this turn with just sending our diplomat, I don't know, up here somewhere. Let's go ahead and build another watchtower. We're just on watchtower duty here. Oh, I'm in their territory right now. Wow. Okay, we'll have to do it up here. This is general. Here. And we'll put another one here. last one down there. This army has dismounted here. Just 2 units. I'm not too worried about it. We can fend them off with the troops in Osca. Let's go ahead and put another watchtower down. And I believe that's a good amount of sight. Let's send this general up to defend Osca a little bit better. In Scalibus, we finished a land clearance. Let's go ahead and build another level of community farming. In Osca, we finished this first shrine. We may as well do a trader here. Increases the population growth rate a little bit. And I believe it allows us to build a blacksmith if we have a blacksmith as this faction. We don't. So, not that useful, but we'll take the growth rate. We also have, in Corduba, we built a stockade. Let's go ahead and build a land clearance here. And we will continue moving our army a little bit closer to prepare for invading Numantia. We finished those naked fanatics in Corduba, so we'll bring them together with the army to prepare for the invasion of Gaul. That'll be a nice front line troop. And is this the general from before? No, they have another general in Spain. That's interesting. Let's build this watchtower that we wanted to build. And ooh, might have a battle coming soon. I believe this will be enough to defend Osca for now, but we may need to retrain these troops soon just to shore up the army in Osca. Are there any more? Yeah, we need one more watchtower. I really love seeing all of Spain. This is very nice. Get our troops together in about 2 turns, and we should be ready to attack. Wow, this turn we made a profit of 3,000 denarii. Love to see that. We finished 4 buildings. Let's get roads in Asturica. Carthago Nova. Let's go ahead and start building ports. Just if we want to take Palma off the Carthaginians, we'll need a navy. Osca, there's nothing to build here. In Corduba, we'll make another port. And that will also increase our trade considerably, by about 200 in Corduba and about 80 in Carthago Nova, so that should pay for itself pretty quickly. Let's get our army together, and we can push into Gallic territory. Let's hope we don't get ambushed here. Oh, we made it in. They brought that general back, so they might have kind of an idea of what's going on here. Honestly, the placement of this rebel army is pretty great, because if the Gauls try to follow me in here, they will run into this rebel army first, so that just helps me straight up. We have 2 pretty big armies ready to attack Numantia. I'm pretty confident about this battle, but we'll see. Nothing else to do this turn. These early turns are pretty quick. Take a look at the financials, made some more money. Asturica, we finished our roads, we'll build a port here. Scalibus, farming, we'll build a port here as well. We just want to encourage trade between all of our settlements as much as possible. Looks like they're going for kind of a unique approach, sending this family member off to maybe attack Scalibus. It would honestly work because we only have 1 unit there. So I'm going to fend them off with Calronius here, my faction heir. I might just declare war on them now. I think this is the time. I could bring reinforcements, but honestly, this is my faction heir. He has 84 units in his unit. I'm not sure about Rhinoryx, but I think he has about 40 troops. I think we don't need reinforcements, really. Let's go ahead and just attack him. I could just auto-resolve this, but I want to see if I can kill the actual general unit in this one-on-one. So, a little 1v1 action. Alright, this will be a pretty quick battle. Let's do kind of a wide line. Because we can kind of wrap around him since we have more units than he does. Guess we just attack, right? Now, the one little thing that I'm going to do here to prevent this general from dying is right before he attacks, I'm going to hit the rally troops ability, which will cause him to lag behind the rest of the unit, which should hopefully protect him in this battle. Gotta do it at the last second, though. Their general's right up there, so hopefully we kill him. Alright, let's rally troops. He sticks back here. Oh yeah, perfect. We wrapped around the whole unit. This should definitely not go well for the enemies. And he's found his way to the front anyways. Hopefully he doesn't get himself killed. He shouldn't take any damage. Yeah, they are getting slaughtered. Just hoping we kill the actual general and he doesn't flee. We're not taking too many casualties. This is great. Again, yep, we successfully killed him. No real need to continue the battle, but you know, some free experience potentially. Get a few more kills. Perfect. I think we can go ahead and end the battle.
Victory is the reward of warriors.
Yeah. Honestly, great to get rid of a family member whenever you can. We won't have Coranius for this battle, but I don't think we need him. Let's go ahead and attack Captain Conabilinus. Let's see what he brought to the battle. A couple units of heavy infantry, 2 units of warhounds, some cavalry. Should be okay. I'm thinking I might hopefully just smash the army with cavalry. Again, it shouldn't be an issue. Getting the idea that for Spain, cavalry might be the way to go, because it doesn't have very many good units. Alright, this won't be totally easy, so we'll want a nice strong front line. We'll put the Naked Fanatics there with some Scutarii. We'll put the Slingers behind them, and we'll turn off skirmish mode just so they stay with the troops. And then we can get together the huge mass of cavalry on the flank. They'll just kind of operate as one big unit that just smashes the enemy. So let's start the battle and see how they've drawn up. Let's group these together and push them forward just a little bit. Let's get the cavalry grouped. So we bunch together the cavalry and let's kind of get them up on a flank as well. Slightly on the high ground too. Speed this up. And looks like they're kind of turning to face me. Let's push this a little bit forward. And we want to get close enough for the slingers to start firing, because this will draw the enemy forward. We are close enough now. We'll just do some steady damage to the warband over here. They were at 240 initially. They're actually losing health pretty quickly, so we'll let the slingers work for as long as they'll let them. And then once they turn to chase the slingers off, we can just kind of smash in the side with the cavalry. I'm going to speed this up and just let them fire as many stones as they can. And just see the health drain away. Love to see it. Great thing about the slingers is they may not have a lot of damage, they may not have a lot of range, but they have a ton of ammunition. So they're going to be able to take out an entire unit before they run out of ammo. Every now and then they'll accidentally kill a Scutarii by just hitting him in the back of the head, which I find kind of funny, but it's okay. Not a big deal. They're almost out of ammunition. Well done, boys. Looks like we accidentally killed a few war dogs as well in the background. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the Balearic Slingers from this group. Just kind of send them off because they're not doing anything now. We'll push the units of infantry forward. Let's send the Scutarii into this weakened warband, and then we'll send the Naked Fanatics to go into this warband over here. And then we'll bring the cavalry around the side once they're distracted. Before the Naked Fanatics reach the enemy, I'll also have them do a war cry to increase their damage and decrease the morale of the enemy. So this intimidates the enemy, and the Scutarii have already broken the warband by just throwing javelins at them. So this should be over pretty quickly. Let's get the cavalry all the way around the back. Yeah, this is not good for the enemy. Now, unfortunately, the Warhounds have been released on my Naked Fanatics. They're not in danger of breaking because they have great morale, but they will take a lot of damage by the dogs. So let's go ahead and send the cavalry in. So we'll send our weakest unit of light cavalry to just clean up this warband. This light cavalry will attack this fleeing unit, Warhounds. This light cavalry and one of the generals can attack the general unit, which is not an actual general, it's just some light cavalry. But we do want to take that out as quickly as possible. We'll attack the back of this warband with our... I think this is our faction leader or faction heir. So let's supervise the battle, see how we're doing against the dogs. Yeah, as you can see, this is doing a fair amount of damage to the Naked Fanatics as they don't have a lot of armor. Unfortunately. Here we have the option to end the battle. That would save the Naked Fanatics some health because you're not able to break a unit of dogs. They attack until they're all dead. But I want to be able to disband the entire enemy army, and we haven't done that yet. So let's continue the battle. And hopefully just run down enough of the enemies to hit that 95% threshold where the army will just disband. 85. Let's have one of these cavalry units off. Let's see where we're at. 91, we just need to hit 95. I'm sure after this right here. 95, we'll hit 96 just to be safe. Come on. 96, perfect. We can end the battle now. And yeah, we took 130 casualties versus inflicting about 847. So we'll take that. The army should disband at this point. They shouldn't have any leftovers. Perfect. Yeah, that was a great victory. Good commander. That's not that useful, but we'll take it. And then we can combine these two armies. Oh, no. Okay, that'll delay invading Numantia a bit, just because I want to have the army together. But we'll do that in about 2 turns. Invade Numantia, and then I'm guessing we'll have to send our troops up to defend Osca. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to do this turn. We're building something in each of our cities, and we will attack Numantia next turn. So we have a suitable husband for one of the ladies in our family. What do we have? He has +1 morale and 100% increase to cost to bribe, which is really useful in case the Romans ever try to bribe him. Yeah, we'll take him. Even though he's a little bit older, we usually would want someone who's a little younger in their 20s. But he sounds like a good general. We'll take him. We'll set him off to war. Let's go ahead and besiege Numantia. We could just invade right now. Let's see how many troops there are here. Yeah, a general and some decent infantry and war dogs. I don't want to invade with this kind of weakened army. I'd rather wait for the whole army to get together just because I don't want to accidentally lose a battle. We finished 2 ports in Carthago Nova. Let's build a trader just to increase that income from trading. It doesn't do that much, but the way that trading works in this game is you kind of need to increase the ability to trade in each of your cities before they can start trading more with each other. So even if one city doesn't say it's going to earn that much from increasing their trade, eventually it will add up and it will be worth investing in. So we actually do get blacksmiths. I don't know how I missed that earlier, but I definitely will be investing in that eventually to increase the damage of the weapons with these naked fanatics. Let's train another unit of naked fanatics. That was definitely useful to have. And we got another coming of age, another general, Lucan, 16 years old. Rational concerns, great, +1 morale, +2 morale, +1 morale, wow, +4 morale on a 16-year-old is incredible. Let's see if we can get him any retinue that also increases morale. Not yet, but he's going to be a great general, so we want to remember Lucan. Might send him off to kill these Romans here. Let's see if we can put together an army for him. Would this be enough? Let's try it. It's a little optimistic, but let's try attacking this Roman army. Just to train him up a little bit. You're 16. Your first battle is against a full Roman hastati. So for this battle, let's kind of keep the skirmishers definitely behind the town militia. The town militia will not be doing that much damage. We just want to have them there. And then we'll have the general's bodyguard kind of attack from the side. Just a little battle. Push this guy up. We'll double time this, triple time this. We want to get it over with. Let's see if we can get these skirmishers going. Pretty soon here we'll be able to attack with the skirmishers. Yep. And the Hastati are firing back, but look how much health they've already lost. Oh, not good. We already lost our unit of town militia. That just shows how bad their morale is. Let's attack the Hastati from the back. Yeah. The power of the heavy cavalry did overcome the enemy. But yeah. Jeez, that just shows how horrible town militia are. They broke immediately. Perfect. Heroic victory for the new general. Let's see if that gave him any new traits. Confident commander. +1 command against Romans. Again, command not that useful, but I won't complain. Not much to speak of on the end of turn report. Construction report, we got 2 more ports. Let's continue building traders. Let's see if we're getting that trade income yet. Not quite yet. Yeah, that's pretty abysmal, but give it time, give it time. Gaul is at war with Britannia. That's wonderful. Britannia is pretty dangerous in the early game with their chariots. So hopefully that will divert the attention of the Gauls. Looks like we do have one pretty scary army coming in to counterattack against Numantia. So we will want to deal with that army as soon as possible once we win this battle. Now we got our troops together, and again we do have the open gates, which is just wonderful luck to get that 2 turns in a row. Let's go into the battle. I'm tempted to just send in all of my heavy cavalry at once, but we'll see what this battle warrants. Today is a good day to die. Alright, so let's try just sending in all 4 generals units and seeing what they can do. You have the warband waiting here. Maybe we can bring the skirmishers up. Balearic slingers and just see if they can get some damage in on this warband before we charge into the front, since they are spearmen. Gosh, that does so much damage. That gets the warband away from the front gates. Let's see if we can hit them from another angle. Doesn't look like it. Nope.
Our warriors have driven the enemy from his
Maybe
own
this will
walls.
encourage the warband to come out.
It's over.
Let's see if we can hit them again. Just get a little more damage in. It's also will just make it easier to cause a break when we do send the general in. We're taking 40 damage, 50 damage. Alright, at this point I think we're good to just send in the cavalry. Send them past the warband first, just to get them in the city so they can attack as one mass. Then once they're fully in, I mean this is almost 300 heavy cavalry, so yeah, they break it. And I'm not concerned about any losses we might take to this general's unit, except for actually losing the general, because we're just regenerating it. So let's go up here. Oh, so scary, all that heavy cavalry. And hopefully, let's see, hopefully they don't release the hounds. They probably will. Hoping for the general to march off. Perfect. Alright, let's just push in and kill them all. It's been kind of a slog. They're not going to break because they're on the city center. But we should have enough damage to just fight through this. Oh, not good.
Lord is dead.
We've lost
Slain
2
by
generals
brave
already.
warriors.
Let's back off. I don't want to lose all 4 of my generals. I didn't expect to lose them that quickly. That's really not good. It did a lot of damage. We've only lost 2% of our troops and 2 of them were generals. That's a real shame. Let's go ahead and send our naked fanatics in. They have good morale, so they should do well in this battle. And there's no harm in sending in the 2 generals units that kill these dogs, attacking my generals units. I want to do as much damage as possible to them, just get them done. Okay. Now the 2 generals units that lost their generals have nothing else to lose because they will just lose the rest of their troops. Since the general's gone, it'll just despawn. So we may as well send them in. We'll send them in with the naked fanatics. And hopefully that will be enough to win the battle. Alright, let's see how they're doing. Let's send the head general in here just for the morale bonus in case any of these troops want to break. We won't send him into the actual fighting. Looks like I think we lost our... Was this our faction heir or faction leader? That's not good. Fighting's going well though. They're pushing them off the plaza here. And as soon as they're off the plaza, they'll just despawn. They'll break. Should end the battle. Come on, break. Push them off. I think we'll end it there. Yeah, we don't need to continue fighting.
Fight no more.
Yeah, that was unfortunate that we just lost 2 generals. That really hurts. We'll occupy Numantia. We lost Anius and Ambon. Ambon was one of our better. It's really unfortunate. But we can't dwell on it. Let's get our best general. We'll grab Matagenis and put together an army and head north to fight off the Gallic army.
Orders. General. Yes.
We can send him with 1 warrior. Let's send him with Viriathus. He'll be fine.
Surging armies.
We don't really need generals in these cities at this point, just because public order's not that big of an issue yet.
General. Yes.
We do have another army coming from Gaul. kind of concerning. We might have to buy some mercenaries here just to make sure that we don't get overrun in Osca. And let's go ahead and retrain these units just to have them in case we need them. Luco is our new faction heir, so he gets that extra retinue, extra troops in his unit, which will be useful if we're attacked by the Gauls. But I guess we can celebrate we did reunite Spain. All 6 of the provinces here. That's not bad for a start. Now we just have to make sure we don't lose them all. In Numantia, we can... That's actually a pretty well-developed city already, so I appreciate that. We'll train a lot of units here. Let's train a unit of Naked Fanatics, and... What do we want? Let's get a tavern going for a little extra public order. Super unfortunate, our faction leader also died. So 3 of the 4 generals that were in this battle just died in one turn. But I guess that's just the way things go. Reunited with this new, fresh general. The one that was... Is this the one that was plus? No, +1 morale. He's okay. And we will go fight off the Gallic army that's coming to take Numantia back. Let's see if we can get eyes on them. I don't see them. Maybe they turned around? I'm not sure. In Carthago Nova, let's build... What do we want here? Maybe that experience bonus, the Epona shrine, and then we'll build a couple boats here. These boats suck. They're the worst boats in the game, but we will need them just to fight off the Romans and potentially take Palma here soon. So we'll go ahead and build those. What else have we got? Not much. End of turn report. Everything looking normal, looking healthy. We can increase the tax rate in Corduba a little bit. Oh, here's that army. Oh, how I missed them. So we'll kill them soon, and hopefully stem the tide of Gallic armies coming in soon. Yeah. I underestimated how annoying the Gauls would be this quickly. It's like they're trying to get both of these armies together and take Osca. This is pretty scary. Luckily, we have 2 generals here, which will be useful. I'm tempted to just sally out and try and fight them off now, but we'll see. Let's check on this army, see what's in it. Good amount of skirmishers, so we should be able to kill them with cavalry. But let's definitely get this army up there to support Osca. Lots of construction that we need to do this turn. Build a tavern in Asturica because they're perpetually unhappy. Build a trader here. Let's get a tavern here as well. We just want everyone to be nice and happy. Build the Sacred Grove of Pona in Carthago Nova to hopefully build some boats with experience. I don't know if you can do that, but we're going to try it. Corduba, let's build a communal farming. Numantia, communal farming as well. Making lots of money. Love to see that. I'm sure that will change once we have to build a proper army, but for now, we'll take it. Let's send these Naked Fanatics up to this army as well. And we'll train 2 more units of Naked Fanatics here in Corduba. We'll try with maybe 3 units of that to see if we can take Palma off the Carthaginians, because it should only have a few units there. Alright, we have a battle between Mataginus and Captain Verdic, which I'm actually happy that they attacked me. They led up the attack on Osca, so I should be able to kill them in the field fairly easily. With all this cavalry, heavy and light, I should be able to just make them rout. That's what we're going to try to do, but kind of prefer these nice big battles. Let's see, since they're attacking me, they'll have to charge at me, so any high ground advantage I use, they will have to charge it too. It's definitely useful. In this game, the high ground advantage to missiles is very powerful, so We're going to abuse that here. Let's take our 3 units of Scutarii here, set them on fire at will, and that will be our front line. Put the Spanish mercenaries on the side here, just to kind of guard against a flank. And the naked fanatics will be on this side, guarding against a flank on the other side. And then we'll put the Balearic slingers on the top here, hopefully high enough up that they won't hit our troops in the back. And we can just have all of the cavalry off to the side, getting ready to flank. It's 1 unit. Horrifying, massive troops. Let's see where they spawn. Perfect, so they're at the bottom of the hill. Let's group up and maybe move forward a little bit. We might not even need to. Yeah, the slingers are already firing. So watch them fire off their missiles. And the missiles that they fire from high ground will do so much more damage, along with having higher range because they're at the top of the hill. But they are hitting our troops in the back, so let's move them forward. I don't want to lose too many of those. Maybe to here. Okay, they'll stop there, and they should have a shot soon as well. Hopefully they'll fire their javelins. Yeah, they're firing javelins now. Should do good damage. And then we'll just send these huge units of cavalry off to deal with these couple of units that are attacking them. I don't think this will go well for the Gauls. They're going to be exhausted, they're all winded from going up the hill, and they're breaking already. So it should be another easy slaughter. They have to stop attacking without generals.
Enemy warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
We'll just charge down the hill, kill as many Gauls as we can. And I've told the slingers to stop firing because they're killing too many of our troops. See how many of them we've killed. 65%, we'll keep fighting. We want to get to 95%.
No, a coward chase.
We'll speed this up since we're just rounding up the last few soldiers that ran away. 85, 90%. Hope we get to 95. I don't know if we need to hit exactly 95. Let's just end the battle. I think we're fine. Yeah, we took 30 casualties and dealt 1,328. So, happy with that result. Totally slaughtered that army, and we'll go finish off the next one as well. That just shows the power of high ground. We definitely never want to be fighting uphill in this game. Combine our troops to heal them a little bit. And you're next, buddy. Ooh, just a couple units of light infantry. Yeah. Not too worried about that. Not much to mention with the turn report. Lost a little bit of money, but financially we're still doing very well. Let's get our naked fanatics over to Carthago Nova and his fleet. Still nothing to do in Osca. I'm tempted to just port over some population. That's what we're going to do. So Numantia has a lot of population, 4,400. We could just send 1,000 troops over by training 4 units of peasants and disbanding them inside of Osca's territory, and that will just increase the population by 1,000. That will get them up to the next level of city so we can continue building more buildings. I think that's definitely what's nice. Got a new general that we can adopt with +2 morale. We'll definitely take that. So we've got 3 generals up in Osca. May as well combine them with this marauding army. We'll leave Eder of Galicia to watch over Osca. This huge army can just go kill the Gauls. Perfect. Wow, actually, let's go back to the end of turn report. Made a profit of 4,600 denarii. We're starting to really take off now. Build a few more things. Let's build some... Maybe a religious building, actually. Take a look at which religious building is the best happiness building. Honestly, it's hard to argue with the Circle of Epona just because it's the only one that can go to level 5. We'll go ahead and build that in Asturica as well. Do the same thing in Scalabus, just to get the public order up a little bit. Build a tavern in Carthago Nova. Unfortunately, these ships don't get trained with experience. It's a definite shame. We'll build 2 more ships, just because they're so bad we don't want to lose to a Roman navy. And also looks like we have a couple of rebel armies kind of spawning up inside our territory. I'm tempted to go kill them. Just send one of these armies off to finish them off because they can kind of get out of control, and on very hard they can take my cities off me. So I don't want to be worrying about that the whole time. I think I might just go round them up once I've killed these Gauls. They're just running. Get back here. Get back here. We'll build the next level of each of these shrines. So we've got not much else to buy. Buy a meeting hall so we can get some Iberian infantry. Actually, this is the city that can build naked fanatics. I'll never build Iberian infantry over naked fanatics, so let's build a blacksmith just to get their armor up a little. Numantia, sure, we'll do a meeting hall as well. And we're almost done training up those peasants to send over to Osca. I'll actually leave these fanatics here. You know what? Let's send these 2 units to this bridge, and hopefully the rebels will attack us on the bridge and definitely be able to win the fight. Not much to speak of in the end of turn report. Not much to speak of in diplomatic information. So I believe we turn. With other factions like a Roman faction, you would probably be able to get a lot more done per turn. I feel like I'm burning through a lot of turns. You just don't have that many options as Spain. We have 1 or 2 places that we can invade safely. If we were to invade into Africa, it would not be safe because it wouldn't be near my cities. So if we were to be invaded by Rome, we would just lose that city. I'm really trying not to overextend in any area where I won't be able to defend the cities that I capture. Where is this guy going? Carthago Nova. Build a stockade just in case. Let's see if trade is taking off at all. Yeah, it actually is. Surprisingly, 2,200 per turn. That's pretty strong. We're losing the most of our money to recruitment and construction. Big surprise. Let's keep training more naked fanatics. They're just so much stronger than any other unit, and they don't cost that much to upkeep, so really not an argument for having anything but naked fanatics. At this point in Numantia, I believe... No, we haven't quite completed the peasant spam. We'll do it 1 more turn. And let's send these 4 units of peasants off to Osca. Once they get within their boundary, we can disband. Osca will be promoted to the next level of city. Alright, so now we finally caught up with this Gallic army. Let's go ahead and kill them. Should not be too much difficulty with this much cavalry. We'll just round them up again. So, looks like we're fighting slightly uphill, but they don't have any missile units, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Let's set up our front line in case we need it. We don't need to be too careful because we're not really planning to use them. We have so much cavalry. Start the battle. And where are they? Way over here. Oh wow, they put themselves on the very top of this hill. It's definitely not advantageous. Let's slowly walk over there. We don't want to use up all of our energy. Triple time it and walk over to this. Jeez. We can get behind them, maybe. or at least on level with them, we'll be fine, but I don't want to fight up the hill. Stupidly, they're just letting me rotate so that I have the high ground, so great, I'll take that. Especially if they keep doing this and give me the proper high ground, I will gladly just charge down the hill. Alright. Cause a break. Yep, cause a break over there. Let's do it over here. Oh, we lost one of our generals again.
Warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors free.
Continue the battle, just kill as many as we can. It's definitely not worth it to keep losing generals this fast. Gotta kill these armies. Yeah, we only lost 100 men, but we lost a general's unit, so that hurts. I believe they disbanded. Yeah. Alright, let's kill this rebel army next. Then we'll plan a watchtower over here, kill this rebel army, and then we can focus on what's next. Over here in Carthago Nova, boats don't actually cost that much to upkeep, so I'm just going to build a big fleet. Just a huge fleet. Like 8 ships, and we're just going to destroy any ships we find that are Roman. I think that will pay very well for us. Alright, let's take a look at the end of turn report. Another great turn financially. Finished a few more religious buildings. We'll just keep building some random stuff. Doesn't really matter so much at this point. And that should be the last thing we can do this turn. Alright, so we have a decent army here. Honestly, they've got heavy cavalry. This might be one of the better armies we've faced so far. Naked Fanatics, 2 units of Scudarii, and Balearic Slingers. So we're just going to want to overrun them with cavalry, hopefully. Since they shouldn't have great morale, since they don't have a formal general. Alright, let's just try just using the cavalry. We're going to try and make this quick, because they are just rebels. Something to know with rebels is if you win any battle against them, even if you don't kill them all, they just disband. So we don't actually have to round up units, we just need to make them rout. Okay, we've got one rout. Another. Perfect. They're almost done. And just end the battle. There we go. Not too many casualties. Didn't lose any more generals. So I'm happy with that. Let's go finish off this army. And this army, and then this army. This is a problem of very hard. You just have tons of rebel armies everywhere. Keep moving that army of peasants a little bit closer to Osca. Ooh, this is not good. The Julii have a massive army attacking Osca. I don't know how we're going to get back in time. We're going to try. We'll just bring all the cavalry since they're faster and see if we can bring them over. Then we'll send the infantry separately. Yeah, this is not great. We'll send this infantry ahead. We'll just do whatever we can to prevent this. Definitely not going to bring the peasants out. They'll get slaughtered by this Roman army. Let's just hope that they wait a few turns before they attack. So that's a scary army, though. All that heavy infantry. Dogs. Yeah, that's going to be rough. Alright, now that we have this decent-sized navy here, let's go ahead and come up here and kill this. It's a little too late. Obviously, they've already dropped off their army, but it'll be worth doing. We want to just keep this fleet here. They're probably going to get another army, so we'll sink the next army when they come. Let's see if we can... This is kind of a long shot. Who's here? Oh yeah, they've got a good amount of troops here. Hopefully they don't attack these naked fanatics. Alright, let's see. Continue sending this army up. Definitely don't want to lose Volska, but there's really nothing we can do about it. Got a meeting hall in Asturka. Or some random stuff. Oh, this is great. Corduba is growing. So we can finally get the... I think this is the biggest city you can get. Yeah, minor city as a barbarian faction, so we can get the highest level of all of our buildings. That'll be wonderful. Hopefully the Romans don't attack. Yeah, let's withdraw that unit. And they're attacking already. Oh, this is not good. So, in a battle like this on very hard difficulty, we don't even want to try to defend the walls because we just have no hope. Our troops will break immediately. So, I think the best approach would be just put all of our troops on the town center where they can't break and just fight it out. Let's see if we all fit here. Not exactly, but it'll be good enough. Just need them on the center. And the general as well. We'll let them break into the city, and hopefully we do enough damage to cause them to break if their general isn't with them. Send everyone to guard mode. Turn off skirmish mode for these skirmishers. And we'll just wait for them to come. They lost one of their rams. Actually take some good damage to this tower. Won't complain about that. How many troops they've lost? Lovely. Oh god. Yeah, I don't have a lot of hope for this. Let's see if they're sending the general in. They're actually not sending their general in, which is a huge mistake. So, potentially we could win this if we all manage to stay on the city center. I just hope these guys don't charge off the city center here. Oh, and we're being somewhat encircled too. Percentage of them did we kill with the towers? 1% of them. Lovely. And they're sending the general in now, so we have almost no hope because there's not likely to be a break when the general's in the city. But you never know, this first unit here could break before they have a chance to get the troops around the back. Let's see. Let's slow this down a little bit. Oof. Not looking good. Yeah, they're still eager. We are shaken. Yeah, I'm not super confident about this. Let's speed it up and just do as many casualties as we can. Yeah, the general marched off the plaza and got himself killed. And all of our troops just get squeezed and killed here. Devastating. This is why we need a good navy to fight off the Roman armies. Ouch, yeah, we did 200 kills. Not good. Sad, sad. Alright, yeah, we need more generals, so we'll take that. Let's get this general, maybe these two. Go kill this rebel army. Just get rid of a couple little armies around. I hate seeing a Julii city here. Alright, let's get all the troops together. How much do we have here? basically a full stack army, so that's good. Let's go attack Osca. Get all of our troops as strong as possible. All we can do. Ooh, not good. Let's send this spy in. Yeah, they took almost no casualty. Alright, I'm gonna just patrol this area just in case more armies try to come by sea. Let's take a look at... Yeah, settlement occupied, sad. Return report, not much there. Lost a general. We got a new general. What about him? Let's just build a few more buildings in each of these cities. The good thing about the barbarians is you have so few buildings that it's not that hard to just build everything. Each level of city. Okay. Quick turn. Not much to do here. Let's send these naked fanatics over to this fleet. I have to bring down the tax rate, yeah. And we'll keep these two here. But yeah, I'd like to take Alma if I can. That'd be nice. Just get another little watchtower over here, watching over the sea, so I know when the enemy are coming. Alright, let's take a look. Not much going on. Perfect. Yep, nothing of note. Keep marching our army a little closer. Looks like they're already marching off. I guess they don't think I'm coming to take this back, but I'm not sure why they would think that. Still no more Roman armies. That's great. I'll send... No, let's keep those here. We'll keep marching those troops down. And are these generals able to attack this army? Yes. Alright, now this doesn't look like it should succeed, but they have enough just basic slingers and stuff that I should be able to cause some breaks, hopefully. We just don't want to get locked in battle with their general. He would easily kill one of my generals. Okay, let's see if we can start a fight with some skirmishers. Slingers. Flank over here. Let's just charge for them. Break, please. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know what is wrong with my generals. They're so stupid sometimes. Yeah, of course they don't play. What was that? I told you to attack the Balearic Slingers. Lost another general. This is, yeah. This is rough. This is rough. I don't like Spain. I want to get such a hold on the economy and so much going on that we are okay once we get some bull warriors and the like. But yeah, this is just brutal. Okay, nothing else to do this turn. Let's just end it. See how the Romans react to potentially counterattacking. It's like they just left, which is great. We still have a spy here, so we could potentially break in. Nope. We'll just build up some rams to attack next turn. And let's take a look at random things being built. Yes, great. Another naked fanatics. We'll just keep building those. Economy's still doing well, despite losing a city, so that's good. A few more naked fanatics. And now the action, taking Osca. And the question here is whether we want to attack or starve them out. Because they'll be starved out in 3 turns, but if they bring a big army down, then it won't matter. So, we'll have to see. Let's just continue building a few things. And we've got our King's Hall here. So, we can build the Sacred Circle of Isis. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do that. This allows us to train Bull Warriors, the 2 HP super soldiers. So I'm very excited for that. And we actually might want to build a couple more Sacred Circle of Isises just because it's so powerful. Maybe in new cities in Palma or something, we'll build more of those. So we're going to wait out the Romans in Osca, hopefully for 3 turns and just starve them out and not even have to fight them. Or worst case, they will just kind of march out and get slaughtered by my slingers. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what comes next. And they're still not coming back with their army. They are bringing another army with, again, one boat, like I said. So this is why we have this fleet here. Let's see if we sunk them. Looks like not. But they're far enough away that they shouldn't be able to land next turn, I hope. Yeah, hopefully not. 2 more turns till Osca just automatically turns over to us. Let's see if there's anything else we need to do this turn. Keep building things on Asturica. And at this point, we just have so much money that I'm not really worried about the economy so much. Let's see what happens next turn. We're just 1 turn away from being able to take Osca. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to bring back any troops to defend it because we are just stopping them from coming. Let's see if we can finish off this boat. Oh, looks like they went the other way. Oh. Fortunately, now they're really close to Osca, so they might be able to land. Yeah, that's a shame. But they shouldn't be able to defend Osca before we take it over. So let's see here. Will they land? Looks like not, and they are just marching out because they're about to starve out. But since they've sat there so long, all their troops are weakened by the starvation, so we should have a pretty big advantage here. Okay. Now, we don't get any time to prepare since they are attacking us. So we just have to kind of defend on the fly here. Let's get these naked fanatics out here to be the front line. And then we can do flank guardians from the barbarian mercenaries. We'll put the Scutarii behind them to throw some javelins overhead. And the slingers will go behind this whole line, just to keep them safe. We'll turn off skirmish since we won't need it. Got some more Scutarii, so we can just throw them over here to throw javelins on the side. And then we'll have our cavalry somewhat prepared in case we need them, but probably won't. So that should be everyone. We got 1 more unit of Scutarii here. We'll put them right here. Good thing is, since they are sallying forth, it's their responsibility to fight me, so I can just sit here the whole game, and they have to march into me, which will not be good for them. So hopefully we can get set up nice and quick. We're sending out some skirmishers. Yeah, our slingers should be firing soon. Not quite in range. Get set up here. Speed it up while everyone runs to their positions. And the slingers are already firing at their skirmishers. Yeah, this isn't looking great for them. They're just, this is what they see. They're just running into a wall of javelins, slingers, and heavy infantry. So they're all gonna die here. They might release the dogs on us, but the thing is, before they release the dogs, if any of the handlers are killed, the 4 dogs that are with the handler die with it. So you can see here, as the slingers kill handlers, their dogs die rapidly. Now they're sending cavalry out, maybe to go for a flank, which is why I had my cavalry here. That won't work, obviously, but, you know, worth a try. We're just going to wait for the slingers to kill all of these guys. Yeah, they're going for a flank. Let's just kill this unit of Equites. At least scare them off. Why do the generals always do this? The 3 generals are right there in the front line in most danger. Back you up. And they have released the dogs here. But honestly, this is a good unit to absorb them. I don't really care so much about barbarian mercenaries. But let's send the general here just in case there's any morale issues to kind of shore up the morale. The army is basically broken. We'll just continue hitting them with slingers, and yeah, this will be no issue. There you go. We'll go in front of the tower. Looks like most of those dogs are dead by now. Yeah, a couple more. That's okay. So scary. Ah. We can just speed it up here since most of the damage is going to be done by the slingers. Oh jeez. They'll just have to, every time they reform, they'll just have to march back out here because they have no choice. They're attacking. And they'll just keep breaking and taking more damage. It's not pretty for them. Let's fight off these equities again. I'm just going to use my light cavalry so we don't lose any generals. No reason to lose generals. It's such a one battle. At this point, we've killed 81% of the enemies. The last big hurdle is going to be this general. I don't really want to fight him, but we're going to have to at some point. Maybe we can get a big unit of infantry to attack them. Let's see if we can do this. We've got our best troops over here. And we'll back them up with 3 units of light cavalry, and then last line of defense, we'll use the generals to finish off the general. Let's group up and kind of move over here. We want to stay out of range of these towers. I love the sea of red bodies. Yeah, these slingers are doing their job well. Closer now. Alright, let's see how winded everyone is. They're pretty winded. Let's give them a second to rest. There are some stamina and morale debuffs if you're too tired, so we don't want them to be exhausted. Love their hair. It looks so crazy. Alright, they're warmed up. No longer winded, and they're fresh back here, so I think we're fine to attack. Once this unit breaks, it should break any second. Yep, we can go ahead and charge. And let's slow this down a little bit. Before they attack, we use the war cry to increase their damage. We'll keep our cavalry close in case we need it. Ooh, so scary now. Attack. Shortly after, we'll have light cavalry attack, bring the heavy cavalry up. Let's see how this goes. Shouldn't have any morale issues. And yeah, wow, look at how much damage they do. They're just deadly. We'll send the heavy cavalry in just to help with breaking the general. Just like that, the general's dead, and we'll go ahead and finish off all of his bodyguard. And the next time they march out here, we can just run into the city. Yeah, this is so screwy. I don't know why this isn't working. Let's see if we can get a little closer. I'm just trying to march through these gates, and once they flee through the gates, they'll open, and I can march through after them. But they're not fleeing, really, so it's not working. Come on. Just kill them. You know you want to. There you go. Good job. All right, let's see who's left over here. 2 people. Let's just have the slingers go up. Finish them off. A fitting end to this army. And we'll go ahead and finish them off with a proper volley. Ta-ta. So we lost 200 troops, that's not so bad. Glad to have Oska back. And now their armies are showing up. Yeah, we failed to prevent this army from attacking, but we can go ahead and fight this one off. And we sunk an army. See, that's why we have a navy. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I think this is a great place to end the episode. We reunited all 6 of the Spanish provinces and fought off a couple of close call attacks from the Julii. I've moved my troops outside of the city here just to be prepared for any potential counterattacks. I'd like to fight them in the field instead of sallying forth from town. So I'm prepared for any counterattack. So far, I'm pretty happy. I mean, the economy's doing well. We're building up these cities pretty strong. And we're finally starting to get some decent troops. Now that we've built the highest level of the Sacred Circle of Isis, we're able to build some bull warriors, which will be super useful going forward. But we'll get to that next week. And for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hey there, this is TD Sniper from the distant future, probably with a lot more energy than the rest of the video you just watched. I'm editing the video and I realized that I can go back and do a recap of the progress we made in this episode because I think it's really interesting. So I pulled up the save from after the first episode of this campaign, 266 BC, and I wanted to just like recap, start of the episode, where were we, and then where are we now? So this is mind-blowing to me how much has happened in one episode. We had 3,000 denarii in the coffers. The economy was barely working. Well, we were worried about taking out this little Carthaginian army and maybe, taking Numantia. We had no idea that we were going to be invaded by Julii armies. We had the bright idea to maybe let's make a fleet because we might end up sinking some Julii ships. Who knew that by the end of the episode we'd have 8 ships patrolling the Mediterranean and sinking fleets? And yeah, that became very relevant. So we'll jump to the next save and I'll show you where we're at now, but also just look at the number of areas that are covered in black that we can't see because we don't have watchtowers up. And then hold on a second, let's go to the next load. 90 minutes later, this is where we're at. We can train bull warriors in Corduba. We can see absolutely every square inch of Spain. We've reunited the 6 provinces of Spain. Already lost Osca and taken it back. We have a full stack army, 30,000 denarii in the coffers. We have a full fleet here. We're sinking Julii fleets. So much has changed in 90 minutes. I just wanted to do a brief recap because I thought that was really cool. And I have the save, so I may as well show you. But again, thank you so much for watching this weird outro recap. And earlier in this video, I had mentioned that it would be next week that you'd have another video. Obviously, it's not been a full week. I'm going to try and do 2 episodes per week. So I'm shooting for posting 1 video on Friday and 1 video on Wednesday of each week. So this one came out on Wednesday. You'll have another one out, part 3, this Friday, if everything goes according to plan with editing. Thank you so much for the support, and see you on Friday. Bye-bye.